Are you struggling to win in Fortnite? I have the strategy for you, so let's talk about it. First things first, you got to distinguish what game mode you are playing. So right now, Slade Crazy and I, we are playing duo squads. And so that means that we are going to be at a slight disadvantage of having two less people within our squad. And so that means that we have to communicate that much better and that much more clear, and we have to do things earlier than other squads would. Otherwise, we're going to get ourselves pinched into situations that we should have never been put in the first place. Feel free at any point in time to just go ahead and pause this video. I've gone and put down little commentary for each clip. Like I said, you're going to need to be able to communicate well with your partner, or if you're playing by yourself, you need to go and properly think it out in your head and figure out the steps you need to take before you go and even get there. It's like a game of chess. In this situation, when we jumped about one block out. If you open up your map, you'll be able to go and see that it's a grid, and so we jumped one block out, and we went and looked straight down so that we would be able to get down as fast as we possibly could. And look, ended up beating the opponent to the punch, so it worked out in our favor. Slade and I ended up landing right outside of Retail Road in an unnamed location named Crates. At most, you'll probably only see 4 people ever land here. Outside of that, it's not that busy of a location. So now that you survived, you need to be farming materials and talking with your teammate about where you guys would like to rotate to. Greasy and Dusty are the two that are touching the edge of the circle, so that leaves Salty Springs in the middle. And so now the people from Tilted are going to be coming towards Dusty Divot and Salty Springs. So traveling towards Greasy, which that's actually the route that Slade chose to go, and that means that we are going to be seeing a lot more people that way. But if you want to be able to see a lot less people, then you need to go towards Paradise or Lucky Landing. Get over to that smaller side of the map to where a lot less people dropped, and that means that you will have a lot less situations to be able to be pinched. So being pinched is when you are stuck between two teams. When you rotate towards the aggressive side of the circle, then you almost leave yourself vulnerable to be pinched by multiple teams coming out of the storm, or rotating to the next circle. When you are trying to play for the win, you need to read a player's body language, and this player's body language is telling me that he has spent a lot of time watching Ninja stream, because he is using the grenade launcher the way Ninja would use a grenade launcher. So based off the location of where this fight was, the time left until the circle started moving, the fact that that guy had high ground on us, and a grenade launcher that was almost at a range to where it could start doing damage to us, a team could have been on top of that mountain, and teams are going to be moving in left and right. The best thing to do in this situation was to get out, since we are trying to go for the win. Now that it is Season 7, the corrupted areas are no longer in the map. A launch pad and a rift to go are going to be the fastest ways that you can disengage from an opponent that is pushing you really aggressively. You can use something like the grappler to be able to go and reattain high ground when it was taken from you, or to go and disconnect and either heal up or to just put yourself in a better situation. Here's a recap over the first part of this video. Land somewhere that you are comfortable, that you can go and rotate quick, and then be able to go and rotate to either the aggressive side or the passive side and play it out. You need to take fights only when you have the advantage. If you do not have the disadvantage, then you need to disengage and get out of there as fast as you possibly can. And after you finish a fight, then you need to try to stay no longer than 5 seconds. And the first thing you need to prioritize is healing yourself up, because at any given moment you could be open to a third party, because people hear those shots and they come running. So keeping a low profile and striking fast and hard will definitely ensure that you will not give the opponents enough time to be able to third party you. So when going for the win, you need to be able to play balanced, and your primary focus is to end the fight as fast as possible while keeping a low profile. So that would entail that you hit your headshots, and that you also do not overbuild.
Tunnel visioning is just like what it says. When you look down a tunnel and it's possibly a very long tunnel and you see that light, and so you are so focused on that light, because since there's no other sources of light around you, and so you want to avoid getting so focused on one thing, you need to be able to snap out of tunnel visioning in a moment's notice, otherwise it could result in your death. And I'm saying right now, I believe that you can win this game. if you avoid tunnel visioning. If you hit your shot, and by that I mean your head shots, you will get a multiplier. And if you stay focused, meaning you do not get tunnel vision, and then you rotate early, you beat your enemy to the punch, and you do not waste time like we are here. Seriously, if you stop wasting time right here, like if you would literally just look at the amount of mats I have. We got into multiple fights, and look, we had more mats than we were ever needing, and we were still going to get material. Yes, if you're playing a scrim, then that's awesome, but this is an open lobby. Like, you don't need all that. So right now we are in the aggressive side of the map. But then if you look at where the two lines are touching each other almost, that is the passive side of the map. So you need to throw up walls whenever you hear those shots zipping by. That means that someone is shooting at you. To get better at building and shooting, you need experience. To gain experience, you need to practice. Right here is a way for me to be able to gain experience by taking a shot that I normally would not take, because I literally jumped off. Right there, to improve in that situations, I should have clicked my build button and then placed floors after I shot, but I hesitated, so I missed that chance to do that. Throughout the game, you need to check your utility items, because placing an ice trap can get you killed if you were meaning to place a turret or a spike trap. After a fight, when you go to heal, also reload and then switch back to spike traps or launch pads. There is a principle called the principle of specificity, which when you train specifically to reach a specific result. So a way to stay unpredictable on opponent is to reposition. So you take your shot and then you move to a different location so that you have the better advantage. So look right now at where my gun is located. It is located on the right side, so it is sticking out from the right corner. This is called a right angle peak, or right side peak. So if I was to take the shot from the left side, basically just dropping down and not getting behind the wall to shoot, that means my whole entire body would be exposed. But since I peeked from the right side, that means only my gun is sticking out, and now my body is covered behind my builds. So at the end of the day, it's a game. This is public matches that I'm playing, and they had glider redeploy, meaning that I'm not going to die to fall damage unless I don't click X. So if you're very serious right now, then make sure you look up so that there is no one building sky bridges above you, because you can shoot them out, and if they don't have any way to get back down safely, then that'll be a free elimination. So one thing I've heard from Cypher PK, who is a pro player, and y'all need to go watch his educational commentaries, is don't die for the loot. This is where reading a player's body language will come in handy, because you can either have a quick easy fight, or you can sit there and fight for up to 3 minutes until the storm moves, and then you get touched by the storm, and then you get third party, and it's a bad day and it's not fun, and then someone who's in a bush shoots you when you go to heal up because you didn't box up. Healing safely allows you to take less damage, which means that you will hopefully win more fights. So the steps to winning if you have been struggling to win are: strike fast, farm fast, rotate early and passive, read your opponent's body language, seriously do not take bad fights, and take less damage. It's not over until that victory royale pops up for you. So do what it takes to win this last fight, because you just outlasted up to 99 other players in the lobby. So this is why you need to be there for your teammates. It's also why you need to have good teammates yourself. But if you're playing solos, then you need to just keep on going until you see that victory royale sign. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it so much, and I would love for you to come hang out with me by clicking that show more button and then clicking on either Twitch or Mixer/ZDiddy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you have a friend who's struggling with winning in Fortnite, then share this video to them. I hope you all have a great day, and God bless you.